everyone, Sarah with you today here on Crafty Meraki's YouTube channel. I'm going to start by showing you some products I'm going to work with off camera. So I have the Affluent Heart hot foil plate and coordinating dies. I also have the new Crafty Confetti hot foil plate. I have some glimmer cardstock here. We're going to hot foil and create some embellishments and also the title for our scrapbook page. I have some black hot foil, some rainbow hot foil, and hot foil. I'm going to be using all three of these on different elements for my layout. So I went ahead, I hot foiled and die cut lots of hearts, and then when I did the Crafty Confetti hot foil plate, which creates an A2 card base, I used a circle die cut and I die cut lots of fun circles we're going to use on our layout today. For my title, I hot foiled the Love You from the Affluent Heart hot foil plate, die cut it with the coordinating coordinating dies, and then I die cut 3 extra dies from heavy cardstock, the heaviest you have in your craft room, and I'm going to create a nice big dimensional title for my scrapbook layout today. So I'm just going ahead and stacking all of these die cuts up on top of each other, placing the foiled Love You on top of the stack, and then we're going to have a nice thick dimensional words for our scrapbook page. I'm going to use this sheet of 12 by 12 pattern paper from my stash for my background today. A lot of the foil pieces I created are white, and I want this particular layout to be colorful, and I want the white paper that I foiled on top of to be nice and vibrant and to pop. I don't want it to kind of hide or not show up on a white background. So I'm just going to use this patterned paper from my stash. And then when I was choosing my pattern paper, I also saw this cute little cut apart piece with this really nice journaling spot, and I do want to add some journaling to this page, so I'm just going to cut that out and set it aside as well. For some photo mats and also to mat my journaling spot, and also to add just a little bit more sparkle and color to my scrapbook layout today, I'm going to use some of the rainbow ombre glitter paper. This is the most amazing paper ever. It doesn't shed, like it's smooth and so good. I absolutely love it. To pair with my rainbow ombre glitter paper, I'm also going to use some patterned paper from Color Cascade. Again, using this to add some color and interest just behind my photo and that journal spot. To give my photo some glittery separation from my background, I put a pretty big border around of that glitter paper. And now I'm just going to do a smaller kind of just pop of color mat around that glitter paper. Again, just trying to kind of separate and give my photo a focal point on my layout. I don't want my photo to get kind of lost on my layout. From that, one of those glitter papers, I cut 2 3/4 of an inch strips, and I'm going to kind of match the colors up and create a glittery border down the right side of my page. This is going to add some balance because we are going to put lots of fun foiled shapes on the left side of the page, and so I want to add just a little small something to the right side so things looked cohesive and balanced between the two parts of my layout. So this is the design I'm thinking I want to do today, with the photograph in the lower left-hand corner and the journaling spot kind of up in the upper right-hand corner. Now I'm taking all of these foiled elements, and you'll be able to tell as I put them down why I chose a patterned background paper, because those white ones are going to pop so much better off of that color. I want these hearts and circles to kind of overlap each other, and I want to create like a layered border all the way down the left side of the page. I'm not going to glue anything down just yet. I want to get an idea of how this is going to work, how they're going to layer on top of each other. I want to make sure that the solidly foiled pieces pop off of this border, so I'm going to try to kind of have them overlap some of the whiter elements. But you can see as I lay down these white hearts, how those white hearts are really going to help this layout. It's going to keep it from being busy. It's going to keep it from having it be too much color on color on color. You can't you can never go wrong with a little bit of a pop of white. And we're also going to add some pops of black too, to help with contrast, and again to make our layout be dynamic and interesting. So I've started to go ahead and adhere some of these pieces down, including my photo, now that I know which of the elements I want to have kind of behind or overlap onto my picture. I want to make sure that I still have a nice visual triangle on my layout, and I want to make sure that your eye can travel to all the different parts of my layout and see them easily. So in addition to that large white border, or that large shaped border that goes down the left side of the page, I'm also going to add a smaller collection of elements to the right of my photo and a smaller collection of elements around my journaling box. And that way your eye can follow and it sees the border, it sees the photo, and then it can travel up to where the title and the journaling will be. We also have some elements that are going off of the page, so I'm going to turn my paper over and trim those off. And then some of those scrap kind of partial circles I'm actually going to use on the front of the layout in different areas, so that it looks kind of like that circle is underneath my journaling area and things like that. So let's talk a little bit about my photo. So my photo is of my niece Ella, and this was on a day where she spent the whole day with me from morning until after dinner. And let me just tell you, she is 6 and she is a busy girl. So we went from activity to activity to activity to activity. I had her with me all day. I literally only took this one photo of us playing My Little Pony cards, but I want the photo and the layout to kind of represent the entire day, and then that is what my journaling is going to be about. It's going to be about our entire day together. This is a layout where I don't mind having things being a little bit busy, because a little busy goes with the feel of this day. A little busy reinforces the story I'm going to write about. So I don't mind that we have a lot of this color and a lot of this foiled. I think that these elements, colors, kind of really represent how this whole day was. And I think that I really like how this turned out. So adding the last little circles and pieces, I didn't use them all. I did have a couple left over that I can use to make a card project later. I love having this title in black and white, and I love how dimensional and thick it is, because we need a little contrast. You want to be able to see the title. I don't want it to get lost in the layout, and I want it to have a little bit of a pride of place. So having that large amount of extra dimension and having it be in black and white is perfect, so that it doesn't get lost on my layout. Let's talk last little details. I love last little details. Those are my favorite. So for today's last little detail on my layout, I covered my photo and I covered the journaling block. I grabbed some liquid watercolor in black, and I'm going to take a fan brush and I'm going to liberally splatter my different embellishment areas. Splatter with a fan brush is my favorite thing. I love the splatters that it creates. So I gave everything a liberal splatter. I love how it looks, But wait, there's more. I can't leave a layout without a bit of sparkle. So I have some of Crafty Meraki's gems here. I'm going to scatter them throughout my border and throughout my embellishment clusters. There is never too much sparkle in the world. Even with all this foil, we still need some sparkle too. Thank you so much for joining me today here on Crafty Meraki's YouTube channel. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will be checking back on this channel to answer any questions you might have or any comments. You can see here all that gorgeous foil and that beautiful title turned out amazing. You will also be able to find links to all the products from the Crafty Meraki shop that I used on my layout. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again here next month. Bye.